I've got a golden ticket. I don't have a golden ticket, I have a letter for my hearing aid appointment, my first one. Following on from this video where I explained that I have hearing loss, I finally received my letter and I have an appointment in just about a month's time for possibly a hearing aid fitting. I don't actually know what's going on, they've been a bit more than vague in this. I'll read to you what the letter says. Dear Mr. Max Fisher. Always a good start. Here are the details of your appointment at the hearing aid clinic. Your consultant, clinic location, date and time. So it's on the 15th of July. So that is in about a month's time. How to cancel or change my appointment, which I won't be doing because I've been waiting a long time to get this issue addressed and sorted. Getting here, how to get there, that's basic stuff. Finally, the actual part that's relevant to the appointment that isn't about getting there or changing it is this tiny bit here. Can you see that? When you come to your appointment, please bring this letter, a list of your medications including how much you take and how often, glasses or hearing aids that you use, your up-to-date mobile phone number. It hasn't told me exactly what is happening, what I can expect, so I guess I will let you know what happens with that if anyone else is confused as I am. I didn't really go into it that much in that video, but the appointment was so good. And I say so good. I realised how excited I sounded in that video. And I was excited because, as a lot of you with chronic illnesses might know, there is a lot of dismissal in the medical field. There's a lot of, you're faking it, or oh, it's probably just anxiety. So to go into an appointment and just immediately be listened to, and to actually walk out with more answers than questions instead of just more questions or feeling a little bit down and like left at the wayside. There isn't anything medically or surgically they can do to bring my hearing back. So there's no point in really being sad about it. I'm just really excited and very aware of the privilege that I have in being able to access the support and have all these options available to me and somewhere to go, and that is exciting in itself for how my life might be made just a little bit easier. And I'm really excited about not being in the hearing limbo I've been in for the past however many months, since like October, November, maybe even more than that. When I realised that I wasn't hearing things properly, number one, I'm a musician, so that was a bit scary, but also when people would ask, but are you deaf? What can you hear? What helps you? I had no idea. To come out and finally say, oh yeah, I have mild hearing loss at these frequencies and it's actually a lot worse at these frequencies. So the higher the pitch, the worse my hearing loss seems to be. That was just really nice to have that answer finally. So I can just say, it's mild, but if it's a really high-pitched noise, I probably won't hear it as well as a low-pitched noise. Just having that answer is so much better than not having any answers at all and being like, yeah, I don't know. And then people not knowing how to help me, and then I don't know how to get them to help me. So being in hearing limbo, not fun. Not being in hearing limbo, great. Like I have an answer, and we have a plan to move forward. So I will let you know how that appointment goes, what happens in it, any future appointments. I'll just let you know, so I will see you on the flip side. Guess where I'm going? Today's the day. I'm already late. My appointment's in an hour and it's going to take, well, Google Maps says it's going to take 35 minutes. But this is me, so I'm going to leave now. That was so good! I meant to vlog this yesterday, but with my hearing aids in, I could then hear building works in the background. So I didn't film yesterday, but I'm doing it today. So, the appointment. What actually happened in the hearing aid fitting? Well, I don't really remember. The brain fog has got me. Right, what happened? I went in, sat down, had a nice chat with the audiologist who was doing the hearing aid fitting. Because I'm 23, I'm seen at the young person's clinic, She explained that basically up until about 25 I'll be seen by the Young Person's Clinic because that's when a lot of big life changes, so career changes, going to university, big relationships, that all happens. So the pressure is on for the next 2 years to make all my big life changes. So I'll be seen by them for a while. The difference with them is that they prompt you for appointments rather than when you're not in the Young Person's Clinic, you kind of have to do it all yourself. Like if you need a repair, you have to book in. If you want your settings adjusted, you have to book in for it. Whereas with the Young People's Clinic, they will just give you appointments and they will prompt you to be like, hey, come in and make sure everything's still tip-top. So that's good because I have the brain fog from fibromyalgia, so that is helpful. She showed me 3 colour options. There was like a beige, NHS beige, a shiny silver, or like a brown one, and I honestly didn't really care which one. I just wanted to be able to hear stuff. We decided, well, I had help. She was like, I would recommend the brown one because of your hair, and I was like, yes, that sounds like a great idea. I went for the brown ones. I don't know how well you can even see, but they're brown. And she took some measurements to see what size tubes I would need. After we'd had a little discussion and like a consultation thing about what colour, what size, she then took some measurements of sound in my ears. So she put like a collar on. It was like a rubber collar, kind of horseshoe kind of shape thing. And that had little probes on, so she put the probes in my ears, and you stare at a speaker and then they play some noises and they see what is happening in your ear canals with the noise. It wasn't the most comfortable experience, but it was not too bad. It tickled, and this one kind of like hurt a little bit, but I'm just going to blame that on fibro because everything hurts. She programmed the hearing aids while I was in there. Then she did the same again, but with the hearing aids in, and then she turned them on, and I was listening to like garbles of different languages. So it's basically just a lot of noise coming at me and measurements to make sure that the hearing aids were playing everything that they should be playing. Once we ascertained that they were working properly, it was my turn to have a go putting them in, and it's fun. I'll show you what they look like. This is the right one. Look how much better that is. Teeny tiny. This one's now covered in fuzz. But yeah, this can just go away. But yeah, this one is nice and tiny. That is so weird speaking with just one of them in. Anyway, so that's that. And it's got little tubes and little domes that just go in my ear. I've already cut the retainer on this one. She was saying that when you put them in, there's always one ear that is easier than the rest. And this one, even though it kind of hurts, but I think that's just because of the irritation from the probe, so I'm just going to go with it until my next appointment and see. But this one was already in, so I tried putting this one in, and this little bugger, my ear and this retainer thing were not friends. So I decided just to cut it when I got home. Because you can position it anyway, and it's got a little bit sticking out, but you can't really tell I've got them in. So we just did that, made sure I was okay, answered any questions. The only one I really had was, can you damage them with loud noise? And she said you can't. It will attenuate the sound for me, so if there's a really loud noise, it will quieten it before blasting it into my eardrum. But if I am going to be in a loud environment, I might want to just take them out and protect my ears rather than have the hearing aids in. So gigs, drag racing, that sort of thing, I am advised to maybe take them out for that things. You start out with just the one setting, so they are smart. They will listen to your environment and they will decide what is speech and what is not, and they will pinpoint the speech and amplify that while dampening down background noise. And it's magic, it works. So at the moment I only have one setting on them, but she did say that if I find the need for another setting, because I do a lot of music, I play a lot of music, I listen to a lot of music, that this setting right now might not be the best setting for listening to music, and we can add one in that gives more level amplification, so it picks up instruments as well as speech and singing and stuff. So there's that option. So I've only got the one at the moment, but there is a button on the back where you can just press it and change the setting. I don't know much more than that because I only have one at the moment, so that can be in... I'll do a follow-up video. There was a lot of information thrown at me, but I kind of have everything I need. And then, so she gave me a thing for batteries. There's my personal information on a sticker, but it basically looks like this. And then you just use it to get batteries and repairs and all sorts. It's not really very exciting to show you. I was given a butt ton of batteries, and there's another pack over there by my computer because that's where I sit a lot. So I've been given loads of batteries. These are free on the NHS. All I have to do is go into a dispensary with my little book and be like, hey, I need batteries, and they will give me batteries. I also got spare tubes and a cleaning wire. I might film my first cleaning, but that will be in another video, not this one. I don't know whether you can see it, probably not. But there's 2 cleaning wires and a tube each. I have everything I'm likely to need in the next 6 weeks or so until my next appointment, which I haven't been given yet because I only had the appointment yesterday. These tubes should last for roughly about 6 months, so we'll see how that goes. Signed to say you've received a hearing aid, so I did that. And then a massive catalogue. There's a lot of stuff in here. So things like alarm clocks, telephones, all that sort of stuff, but there's nothing in here that really strikes me that I might need. Maybe alarm clocks, because I can't remember if I mentioned I had to sleep on the sofa to make sure I would get up for my appointment. I can also use these with a phone, and I don't need, well, I shouldn't need any sort of adapter for it. I should just be able to hold my phone just a little further back than I'm used to, so I'm not putting the speaker here, I'm putting it into the microphone of the hearing aid. That's kind of it really. They just took some measurements and then just stuck the hearing aids in, turned them on, all good, all good. So my first day with hearing aids. It's been 24 hours and my life has already completely changed. So I can actually hear people when they speak to me now, and I played my first game of D&D, which I would not have done if I didn't have the hearing aids. I wouldn't have stuck around. I wouldn't have been able to sit in a room with people talking and interact with the game. You just lost the game, sorry. I wouldn't have been able to sit and interact with the game and with all of my friends if I hadn't had the hearing aids, because it's such a big difference. So these are set up specifically for speech, so I don't get a lot of other noises, but I kind of do, but it's not all the noises compared to my other one. And now people will speak to me and I can hear them and I don't have to go, huh? What? Huh? Again? So that's good. And I'm already feeling more sociable. I'm about to go outside, I have an appointment in town, and I'm not like, oh, I hope nobody speaks to me, because I can hear them now. That's been absolutely magical, and while it is set up for speech, it does also pick up other sounds. So yesterday, I stirred a bowl of dry cornflakes for about 10 minutes, just listening to the sound. My keyboard makes a different noise than I thought it did. My mouse also makes a different sound. There are actually things that make noises that I wouldn't have thought about. Peeing is now much louder. Oh, and while I'm on the topic, I've had comments on the background music in some of my videos, and I have been told, and I've passed on the message, that it is to cover up really distracting background noise. Would you like to know what the background noise is? It's 4 clocks ticking out of sync, but the background music does do a great job of covering that up, and all of my videos will always be captioned, not the automatic captions, because they are terrible. But if you want to know what lip reading is like sometimes, turn the automatic captions on, because lip reading doesn't always make sense with what you first hear and read on a person's face. Your brain kind of internally goes, is it that? Nope. Is it that? Nope. Is it that? Nope. But automatic captions are like the first draft of what I might hear when I'm lip reading someone. So I might leave the automatic captions on for this video, but there will also be proper captions that I've done myself. But that is what happened in my appointment. I now have hearing aids, my life is already much better, and I cannot wait to get used to them fully and feel the benefits, if that makes sense. Don't forget to like this video. As I said, drop me a comment if you have any questions or advice or anything that you want to tell me. Share this video with your friends if you have a friend that might be hard of hearing, or you're noticing a friend saying, huh? What? Huh? Over and over again, just show them this video. Show them my series on this. Subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you get notified every single time I post a video. Videos go up every Saturday at 6 PM with at least one bonus video every single month. See ya!